What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bobby O'Neill. I'm the pitching guy here with Headbanger Sports. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about something that every youth pitcher needs, and that's clean, repeatable, efficient pitching mechanics. Whether you're still in Little League or you're making your way into high school, what you do right now sets the stage for who we're going to become in the future and how you're going to get to college and maybe go play some pro ball. So let's dive right into the three most important steps that I think every pitcher should do. So first off, pitching mechanics don't have to be that complicated. We're not MLB pitchers, so we don't have to look like them just yet. What we want is simple. Stay balanced, be smooth, and get into strong positions that help you throw more strikes without injuring your arm. Let's break it down into three must-haves for every youth pitcher. If you can master these three must-haves, you're gonna be ahead of 90% of your competition, I guarantee it. The first step is in a pitcher's ability to be balanced. When we're swaying side to side, or we're rocking back between your heel and your toe, you're gonna find it very difficult to control your body towards your target, which means you're less likely to throw strikes, more likely to get injured, and you're most likely gonna leak energy all over the place and throw slower. So the first step is to control your posture with your upper body while you're getting into the top of your leg lift. When you're at the top of your leg lift, I like to think keep your chin over your chest while staying strong in your back heel. Some coaches train their athletes to take their front knee to their front shoulder when they're going to the top of the leg kick. I personally feel slightly unbalanced when I do that, so what I tell my athletes is to take their front knee towards their back shoulder while maintaining a strong upper body, like this. When you get to the top of your leg lift, you should be able to hold and pause that balance point, and if you want to make it a little more difficult, you can have someone push you around to see if you're still able to hold your balance without falling over, and don't cheat by hopping around, that doesn't count. The second is in your glove side stability, so your front shoulder, your front elbow, and your glove itself. These are the steering wheels that guide the ship towards your target. If we have an aggressive steer, it's going to drive the vehicle to fly open or swing open, which puts a lot of stress on your Thomas Jonathan, and it makes you throw more sidearm, and it leads to a ton of injuries and a ton of accuracy issues. So coming out of the top of your leg lift, when we start moving towards your target, we want to make sure there's good rhythm between your glove and your front leg, like this. Keeping your glove thumb down while you stride allows your front side to stay quiet and calm, which allows you to maintain good direction, which also gives you a good anchor point to snap against when you're following through. And that leads me to my third must-have, which is having a strong finish. After you land, it's important that we have a stable surface to throw against. There's a reason why we play on the playing surface that we play on instead of on ice. If I were to try to throw 90 miles an hour on ice, I'd probably slip out and do the splits, tear a hamstring, or I'd just fall on my face. So the two ways you can use your front side is by one, having a strong front leg and staying strong all the way through your follow through, and two, it's about maintaining that glove side position that we were talking about before and throwing your upper body against your glove the same way that we rotate your lower half against your front leg. Not only will having a strong landing allow you to use your entire body as a power source, but it'll also help you be more athletic during your follow through, which will help you field your position and make your plays for your team. So here are the three most common mistakes I see from youth pitchers when it comes to these must-haves. First, they rush through their delivery. When you go really fast at the beginning, you're much more likely to be out of control at the finish. As I can't stress this enough, this is one of the biggest velocity killers out there. When you rush into the top of your leg lift, you lose control over the ground, and that also makes you lose control of your core, which is one of the biggest components of transferring energy from the ground up into your arm. The second common mistake is flying open. Like I said before, when your glove thumb turns up early, it sets you up to open up and fly open early, which causes you to lose hip-shoulder separation because your front side opens early with your hips, but it also sets you up to leave your arm behind, which causes a lot of arm drag, which leads to stress on your elbow and your shoulder. One of the easiest ways to tell if someone struggles with this is by watching their glove height in reference to their upper body when their chest is rotating this way. If the glove is low when the chest squares up, that's bad. If the glove is tall when the chest squares up, that's good. And the third most common mistake I see from pitchers is falling off to the side when their arm is following through. I call this one sticking your landing. When your front leg hits the ground, it is now in the fight with your throw. So when you're in the fight, you want to make sure you're staying in the fight all the way through your arm width. After your back leg comes around, it should tap somewhere in front of your body. Then you can end the throw and start fielding your position or doing that strikeout walk. In my opinion, the following drill is one of the most important drills that every youth pitcher should do if they want to have clean, efficient, repeatable mechanics. Step 1, get into a hover position where your front foot is elevated 1 inch off the ground. Step 2, get to your balance point. Once you feel like you have control over the center of your body and your heel is firmly pressing into the ground, begin striding and getting your glove and front leg rhythm dialed in. Once we begin traveling towards your target, it's important that we don't set your foot down prematurely. This drill requires you to glide forward with that body as far as you can without jumping forward. So as you calmly enter the landing phase, it's important that we get strong in your front leg and whip against your front leg with your arm for a dry rep. Once your front leg secures the ground and you begin getting in the fight with your front leg, it's important to stay in the fight with your front side until your back leg comes all the way around and calmly taps the ground. Goal is to stick your landing for 3 seconds after your arm whips. 1, 2, 3. Here's a couple examples of the mess ups. Or my favorite, I would do at least 8 to 10 of those every single day before you start throwing, and you can actually integrate that same drill into your catch play 40 to 60 feet until you start shuffling and going out into your long toss. Thanks for sticking around, guys. If this was helpful for you in any way, make sure to like and follow this channel. Also, make sure to follow me at Bobby O'Neill 37. If you have any questions, you can always shoot me a DM or just follow along for a ton of free content. Once again, guys, my name is Bobby O'Neill. I'm the pitching guy, and I like to help pitching make sense. Take care. God bless.